Hey there! Today I am about to make some Brussels sprouts right quick that I've had in my refrigerator, so it's time to use them up. So I'm like, let's share what I'm doing. So here we go. So I had 2 bags again of fresh Brussels sprouts. I've just emptied them out here because I'm getting ready to trim the edges off. Yeah, I'll cut the edge off. I'll throw away any dead leaves or whatever. Cut them off. Maybe I'll cut them in half, and then I'm just going to throw them into my little aluminum pan that I have here and start roasting. I'm going to roast them on, I believe it's like a 400-degree oven. Let's see, what does our directions say? Yep, I'm going to roast them at 400. This says for 25 to 30 minutes. Mine will probably be in a little bit more because I like them to be nice brown on the outside and a bit just nice and soft and a nice roast on them. So again, I'll probably go longer than that. You see, this is what they tell you to add in. A couple tablespoons of olive oil, a teaspoon of salt, and some pepper. I'll have a little bit more than that. I will toss them in oil. I will add probably some garlic, some pepper, some other good stuff. But first, time to get to trimming and washing. A little weird angle just because I don't have my phone stand right now, and I'm like, I didn't want to go get it because again, this wasn't something that I was going to do. But again, all I do, literally, I just cut the tip off and cut it in half. So that's what I will do for these 2 bags of Brussels sprouts. And once that's done, again, I just simply rinse them off, add my seasoning to it then, and go from there. I also I've put a pot roast. I had a chuck roast in, so I've actually stuck that into the slow cooker already, and I actually added a little bit of Lipton onion soup mix. Haven't used that in a while. I had a box with 2 packs in a cabinet, so I threw that on there anyway. And in addition to, I think I had a little bit of garlic salt that I added in, and some black pepper. I think that was all I put in with it. Oh, maybe some Lawry's. Lawry's goes on everything pretty much that I make. So, got that on the slow cooker. So that'll probably be not necessarily dinner today, but probably it'll take me through the week. I had leftovers. We had a barbecue yesterday. So I've got a little bit of leftover barbecue rib. You know, sometimes you may see a little bit of ugliness on the sprout. I personally cut that away also. Anything that looks too weird, it's gone. But again, I got some leftover barbecue ribs. When you roast your Brussels sprouts and you have the little leaf and it gets nice and crunchy, it's like a potato chip, and it's delicious, delicious. But again, for today, there'll be the leftover barbecue along with the Brussels sprouts. Definitely needed to get these cooking. I had bought them a little bit ago. And what was my best if used by date? My best if used by date was the 11th of January, or is the 11th of January. We're not there yet. What's today's date? Today's only the 6th, so I'm good. Look at the big one. So yeah, me and my Brussels sprout, aka baby cabbage. It's going to be delicious. Once I roast these, I actually have some bacon. I'm going to put some bacon in the oven, get it crisp with a P-E-D on the end. I'm going to cook some bacon in the oven. I'll crumble it up actually, and I'm going to add it in with the Brussels sprouts along with a little bit of cheese, I do believe. So I love, love, love Brussels sprouts. They become one of my favorite veggies. Brussels sprouts and actually cauliflower, because you can do cauliflower, you know, different ways. I've used it just as, you know, I riced it, use it as rice. I've cut it up in chunks almost as a potato. Can mash it as a mashed potato. Really good, and it takes on the flavor profile of whatever you're mixing it with. So it's delicious with just a little bit of salt and pepper. It's been delicious with adding in some cheese and milk if you're doing like a macaroni and cheese. It's good as if you're trying to make it as even like a loaded potato or something. Just lots of ways to use cauliflower. So I do have a fresh head of cauliflower that I will be utilizing also sometime this week. So It'll be a very, very good. I'm trying to be a bit more mindful with a bit of my meal prepping because I am attempting to embrace keto more fully with the foods and everything, and maybe even cutting back to some degree on like some of the sweeteners and stuff. Like they talk about some of the ingredients even in the sweeteners, the sugar-free sweeteners. So I'm going to look a little bit into that a bit more so I can understand and know for myself what's what. But I have managed to order additional sweeteners. Like I have monk fruit now, the classic, which is I guess the regular, just like white sugar. I also have the golden, which is likened unto brown sugar. So I have all that good stuff also. So I know for some people with keto, they necessarily don't like to still do anything sweet at all. But for me, number one, I have never been a big sweet eater. But now, I guess if I can do it to some degree, again, not going overboard, I will every now and again have a little sweet treat to enjoy. I will. So I'm going to continue cutting the rest of these up and getting them set, and I'll show some of my little seasoning and all that stuff. All right, my 2 bags of Brussels sprouts all halved, trimmed, and rinsed. I'm going to add avocado oil instead of olive oil, actually, because that's what I have right now. Because I have 2 bags, I'm actually going to do 4 tablespoons of avocado oil over them. This will help to get my fat content also. As you know, for keto, we're doing high fat, high good fat, moderate protein, and low carb. So we got 4 tablespoons of that. I'm actually gonna add in some roasted garlic herb, a little bit of ground black pepper, and of course Lawry's seasoning salt. So just sprinkle briskly, enough to your liking. Oh, I need to see if we got some crushed red pepper flake, because if we have some crushed red pepper flake, I may actually add a little bit of that in just to add a little bit of kick to it. And see what we get. I won't do too much seasoning salt. That'll be for the seasoning salt. And literally, I have a spoon versus just using my hand, just to toss it all around together, kind of, you know, get the oil spread out amongst everything. Oh, I did not turn my oven on already. Let me get the oven set quickly. And 400 degrees. Okay. We should be good. Let that start preheating for me as I finish tossing this. So again, it'll go in the oven at least 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer for me. Once I put this in the oven, I'm actually also going to add in a couple slices of bacon separately on a separate baking sheet to get that going. This smells good already. It smells delish. And I will add some cheese into. I think I'm going to add cheese. We'll see. We'll see. As I go along, you know, easy to change my mind. So easy. But this is what the Brussels sprouts look like. Nice, pretty, glistening, right? It's going to be delicious. I'll cover the pan with foil, and into the oven it'll go for, again, at least 30 minutes. So we'll see what happens. Show you when this is done and after I've completed my bacon. As you can see, the oven is still preheating, but I've got the Brussels sprouts ready to go in the oven, and I got some bacon out that'll go in also. So once this bacon is all done, I'll cut it up and throw it into here. So as soon as that's ready, it's all going in the oven. Alright, I've taken the bacon out. As you can see, I hate when the bacon does, I mean, all in there at the same time, but this was a little thin bacon. I normally have the thick bacon, but this will be fine and dandy because, again, I'm just going to end up was going to cut it, but the way these are, I'm actually just going to crumble them with my fingers over the Brussels sprouts once they get done. So, bacon is ready though, just standing by. And I do have crushed red pepper. So once I add the bacon in, I'm actually going to crush some red pepper over top. Do the crushed red pepper, and then I'll probably add in some mozzarella cheese, I believe. So it's going to be delicious Brussels sprouts that I'll have for a couple days. And I hope to get all of my water in this year. I hope to do better every day with trying to get in, you know, maybe about 100 ounces of water. I'm not 200 pounds. They say you should do half your body weight. I'm a little bit less than 200. Today when I weighed in, I was 191 point, either 0.2 or 0.4, whichever, but which was a good thing, because when I weighed myself on Christmas Eve as a point of reference, I think on Christmas Eve I was maybe like 192.4, and was doing that to see what I would end up being in the new year. And like I said, today is maybe January 6th, and I am 191 point something pounds, so it's a good thing. But trying to get more water in, so here goes. Let's see, finish this one, I'll be on to the next one. See if I can... Okay, here we go, fresh out of the oven after 30 minutes. I'm going to crumble up my bacon and add to it. And I'm also going to add the crushed red pepper that I showed. So, I'm going to add a little bit of this. Looks good though, right? Do you see the steam? It's going to be a great side dish. All right, time to add the bacon in, the crushed red pepper, and just a little bit of cheese. Then it'll go back in the oven for maybe about another 10 minutes or so. So again, the Brussels sprouts, after about 30 minutes, I've managed to crumble up the bacon. I'm just going to dump it in here because I'll be mixing stuff together. Had a little bit of leftover cheese that I'm just going to put in here. Again, it's going to be just another little dump of what was left over. So not a whole bunch. Let's finish out the bag of that. And we'll sprinkle in some crushed red pepper. Trying to get this going again with having just one hand because I was being real lazy. And didn't want to get the stand. So I'm opening the top of the red pepper flake so I can get it out a little bit easier. Okay, that's a nice little amount. And like I said, we're just gonna toss everything together. And I've still got the oven going, as you see, at 400 degrees. And once I mix it all up, this will just go back into the oven, like I stated, for about 10 minutes or so. Okay. Okay. I'll finish my little mix and into the oven it'll go. All right, I'm ready to put it in the oven now. Of course, I tasted a little piece already, and it was already delicious. Oh, and I did finish this. Oh, I got maybe a corner left, but I had actually already opened and started on another bottle of water, so I'm into this one too. Let me keep it up though, okay? Let me keep it up. And y'all too, drink enough water every day. We got a few more minutes for the Brussels sprouts in the oven. Right, just took it out of the oven. Let's look at it together. Let's see. Yummers. It smells so good, people. We got a little leftover piece up here. See the little leftover that we'll take and eat. So this is it. My nice, easy Brussels sprouts with bacon, crushed red pepper, and cheese. That's the end of cooking my dish for today. My Brussels sprouts is going to be a delicious side dish with my leftover ribs today, to go with the chuck roast that I have in the slow cooker. Looking forward to enjoying them. If you got any questions or comments, I have my email in the description box. You can definitely leave a comment on this video. And I also invite you to check out my website. I'm a brand ambassador for It Works, so I have that website listed also in the description box. Check out the site. Lots and lots of natural plant-based health and wellness products. I've been using some, managed to go, like I've said before, from like 235 pounds down to the 191 that I was this morning. So again, thank you for checking out the video. If you decide to try this recipe, let me know. All right, have a great day, and until next time, peace.